Hey guys, it's Angela. For today's video, it is a makeup-free Saturday. My face needs a break. So I am going to wash my brushes and I'm going to show you guys what I use and how I do it. And I don't have any fancy cleaners. I don't have any special soaps. So basically I usually do this in the sink, but I don't have anywhere to place my camera in the bathroom or the kitchen to show you over a sink. So I am using a glass bowl with some nice warm water, and I'm going to place all my wet brushes in here, and then after I'm done recording I will put them away to dry so that they don't lose their shape. So basically I use soft soap, hand soap, and I like to use this because it's gentle enough for the bristles of the brush, but at the same time it is antibacterial. So it's going to kill any bacteria that may be building or growing in my brushes. I'm also going to be washing my Real Technique sponge. So let's just go ahead and start, and I will basically show you guys how I go through and clean my brushes. Sorry, I just banged the table. I always do that to you guys. I record with my camera on top of a small what would you call this? A mini ottoman. It's like a little cube seat. Here, let me show you guys. One of these guys. See, it's on top of my table, and there's the basket and the bowl of water and soap. So when I hit the table, everything kind of jiggles. So sorry about that. And I apologize for the sun shadows. It's natural lighting. I like natural lighting, but the sun is actually setting on this side right now, so I'm getting some sun shadows. But that's okay. Alright, so first I like to wet my brush, and then I'm just going to put a pump, whoops, I just put the brush in the water, like completely. I'm going to take a pump of soap in my hand over my finger so I have some ridges to go over, and I'm just going to rub the brush in a circular motion in the palm of my hand and over my fingers to really agitate any product that's in there out. And I do this for about 20 to 30 seconds. If it still looks stained, this particular brush was not very dirty. I washed it not too long ago and I haven't really used it, so that's why I started with this one. But if it's stained at all, then I will repeat the process until the brush looks clean, and then I will go back in and rinse it out completely, using my other hand to run my fingers through the bristles so I get, whoops, so I get all the soap off, and then I will put it on the side, move on to the next brush. I think I'm going to do my super dirty Wet n Wild what's the blending brush. Holy cow, I totally forgot. Put a little bit more soap on my hand and wet the brush, agitate it in the soap, circular motions in the palm of my hand, and you can really see the product is starting to come out of the bristles. It's running down my arm. It's kind of gross. So just get it nice and clean over the fingers. You don't really need any kind of fancy tool or machine or anything. You just need to take the time to do this, which I have to be honest, I really don't always take the time, but I need to, because with more and more videos that I make, the more necessary it is for me to do this. So I think I need to get into the routine of just doing this once a week on Saturdays, on makeup-free Saturdays, as I called it, just to make sure that my brushes are clean and sanitized and I don't give myself any weird skin conditions with bacteria. Alright, so if you couldn't tell before, this brush actually has a pink tip. See, nice and clean now. So let's go ahead and move on to the next brush. I'm also going to do this one. This is my contour brush, and this is another Wet n Wild brush. It is quite dirty. Put some more soap on my hand with the brush. Same process for all the brushes. Wow, this one is in need of some soap. It needs more soap actually. Okay, there we go. Just build it up until you get a nice clean lather like you do with shampoo. So you don't need anything fancy. I know they have some really cool sprays that you just spray the bristles and rub it on the towel and all the product magically comes off of your brush. But maybe someday I'll get that for a quick, you know, cleanup, but I'd rather do it this way because at least I know I'm killing the bacteria in my brush using an antibacterial soap. Alright. This is how I used to actually clean my art brushes when I was in college, when I went to school in art school. We used to have to, you know, clean our painting brushes and all that stuff, so this is how I used to do it. And I used to buy the fancy painter's soap, and that never worked as good as doing it this way. So I'm like, it'll work for makeup brushes. Sorry guys, I'm like banging the brush inside the bowl to get all the soap out, and I am getting you guys all moving along. Ooh, look at that really cool sunshine going across my forehead. Alright, so there is that one, nice and clean. Also had a pink tip. Alright, I'm going to do this Wet n Wild. This is a dense eyeshadow brush. So I'll just go ahead and do the same process. So I had a really good time last night. I have to tell you guys what happened. After I recorded last night's Birchbox video, I went out, as I mentioned in that video, and I actually have never been to the downtown area of my town, and like every second Friday of the month they have what's called Friday Fest, and I've heard of it for years. I mean, I've been living here for 5 years and I've never ever gone downtown. I live in the north part of the town, so it's like a 20-minute drive, so I just never bothered to go. So I decided to go down there because there was a place down there that had karaoke, and I'm like, this will be fun. It'll be a new place. Hopefully it won't be too country, and not that that's a bad thing, it's just not my particular taste in music, and a lot of times when they have karaoke it's a lot of country. So luckily that was not the case. It was a really nice place. It was part restaurant, and there was families dining, and there was a lot of events going on the streets. Like, I had to drive around for 10 minutes to find parking, and because it was Friday Fest, so they closed off the street. People were walking around. There were like little mini tents with like stuff you could purchase. It was almost like a little fair, and they do this every single month. It's amazing. It was so exciting to be able to go down there. When I finally found parking, I was only 2 blocks away, which is really good for getting down there at 9 o'clock at night, because the whole thing starts like at 6 in the evening. So to find parking that late in that location was awesome. I was right in front of this place called Main Street, which is one of the more popular spots down there. And that would have been a perfect spot had I been going to Main Street, but of course I wasn't. But it was still not bad. It was like 2.5 blocks away, and there was so much to look at. It didn't matter. Like, it was so much fun to walk down the street and see all the stuff going on. Look at my hair, guys. Ah! So it was so cool. I went down there, and usually, like, I'm used to going to places where they do karaoke, where there just isn't any anybody really interested, nobody really singing. It's not crowded. It's just kind of dead. Nobody claps, nobody cares. And as frustrating as that is, that's the reality of going to karaoke. That's usually what happens. So I'm very much used to that. Well, it wasn't like that here. I went to sing my first song, and for my first song I decided to do like Bohemian Rhapsody, and I love doing that song. And people are like, oh, you're singing that? Because they think that, you know, I'm going to butcher it, because so many people do. And I sang it, and when I got to the middle of the song, right before the high part, people were like clapping and cheering, and I got such a feed of energy from them. It gave me such an adrenaline rush. Like, you would not believe. I was shaking, like the microphone was doing this in my hand. And I've been doing karaoke for like 15 years. I have never shaken like that. Even when I perform on a stage in front of a crowd, I have never gotten a rush the way I did last night. Like, the microphone was literally like this, and I had no control over it. It was insane. Absolutely insane. It was so much fun. And then I hit the high note on that song, and people went nuts. People went absolutely nuts, and I loved it. Sorry, I'm just banging the bowl again. People absolutely went nuts. It was so thrilling. It was so cool. it was just really, really nice to be able to have people enjoy my singing and enjoy, you know, to be able to enjoy karaoke again, you know, because I kind of got used to not really caring because people stopped caring, and oh, it was just refreshing. It was amazing. So I am about halfway done with my brushes, and I think that's enough of a story time. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are a person like me where you have low resources, it is really simple and easy to get your brushes cleaned. Of course, this is better in the sink. I will probably go through and rinse these out again in the sink before I put them to dry, because this bowl is getting pretty soapy. I will show you guys in just a second. Let me just finish up this brush. If you haven't followed me on social media yet, please do that. I am Angela That Babe on Instagram, and I am YouTube That Babe on Twitter and Snapchat. That's the letter U, Tube That Babe. I am so excited. I got 3 new subscribers today, just in the last 24 hours. That was so cool. It's amazing to see that, and I'm just thrilled to have all of you guys here. So welcome if you are new to my channel. I thank you guys so much. You mean the world to me. You really do. You have no idea how much this means to me to be able to make these videos for you and have you guys enjoy them and come back for more. So if you missed my Birchbox unboxing, make sure you go back and check that out. I'll try to either leave a link down below, or I'll put the little information card somewhere up on this video so that you can watch it. It was a fun one. That was one of my favorite videos so far. So I hope that you will check that one out, and I will see you guys on tomorrow's video. And I forgot to show you the soapy water, so let me go ahead and do that real quick. Yeah. Look at this. Ew. That's pretty gross. That's a lot of soapy, dirty water. Yep. Alright guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.